Okay, I'm live. Forget it. I'm just going live. We're doing it. We're doing it live. That being said, I'm live. Hi, guys. By hi, I mean hello to myself because I'm the only one here. So, hi to me. Good to see me. I hope I'm doing well. I'm going to do one thing real quick here. We're going to kick this down. Keyboard, come on. There we go. There we go. Kick that down a little bit. Radioactive Scale RC Dom, how you guys doing? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I'm playing with a printer I don't have, so I don't have that. You don't see that. I don't have this printer. I don't want to get anyone in trouble. I don't have that printer. You don't see it printing currently. You don't know that I went through hell today to get that thing back up and running. But I was able to get the image, go back through and re-image the printer. JPP, good to see you, brother. Post your link to Chubby Cables. Get your referral link in there for Chubby Cables. Go ahead, put it in there. Because you're just going to talk about them. You're in a Chubby Cables kind of day, so go ahead and post them. By the way, the switches you're asking about are old HP like gigabit switches. They're like 16 port. If you want one, just let me know and we'll get that to you along with your printers. I still got to finish. I got to print some parts for that Ender 3 so we can enclose everything. Yes. But how is everyone? I hope you're doing well. My hand is still killing me today. Thorpe, holy shit. Oh, man. It's a shame my wife wasn't out here. She misses you, Thorpe. She always asks me how you're doing, and I always tell her, I don't know. He works so much anymore. I never see him, but when he shows up, he shows the owl eyes. You know, those are owl's eyes, guys. Those are the little hooter eyes. So, yeah. But anyway, so I was able, yeah, owl eyes. Yes. Yes, you know, because they're the eyes of a hooter, right? Hooter's eyes. But no, I got the stock image for this today, got it reloaded to that guy, and then got it up and running again so far anyway. It is printing a cute cow is what it's called. It's a little flexible cow. So I'm going to let it run and see how it does. And then I sliced a benchy to go on there as well. And we'll try a benchy too. I just want to see how this thing will do. And then once I know it's doing well, then we'll throw things like a sword at it and try and print something kind of long, you know. Hooter, I barely knew her. Wolfman, good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Did not realize belt printers were still a thing. Yeah, Idea Former. This is the IR3V2. This is the clipperized version, so it's got the clip screen on there, runs everything clipper. So, yeah. A friend of mine got it as a feature and demo unit and then said, take it. And I said, thank you. So I figured I would play around with it on stream because I'm a glutton for punishment. Plus, it really can't hurt them. It is not a unit that's been released yet. So as it runs is just in beta form. It's not the release candidate. So for anyone to think that this is what you're going to get when you buy it, that's not the case. And I will tell you that this is a demo unit that was sent out. This is not the final product. So, ow. But I decided today, I took off early today. I took tomorrow, Monday, and Tuesday off. So I am going to have a 5.5 day weekend. And I figured, you know, the wife and kiddos are in the house watching TV and doing whatever they're doing. And I'm out here avoiding the cesspool that is germs in my house. And figured since I'm out here, I might as well stream, right? Lee Marie 3D, they ended their stream already. So I figured I might as well. I'm just sitting here, you know. Belt printers are the new hotness. Well, I don't know. It seems like a good printer at the moment. I've gotten one successful print off of it, and then I did updates like an idiot and broke it. And this was the one successful update I did, or the one successful print I did. Updates did not go well. They're halfway through install appointment window anytime now. Well, fingers crossed, good sir. Fingers crossed. Yes. Well, go ahead and throw the link in here, man. If anybody wants to buy some chubby cables, use JPP's link and get yourself a discount. So if you throw the link in now, I already said it, so now you got to do it. So put the link in there so people can get you some referral money, good sir. Get that money. Chase that bag, as they say. Because I know how much Thorpe loves it when I say they, because he wants to know who they are. And right now, they are, they would be Taylor from Connect Creator. He says chase that bag all the time, and he is they right now. And I say that, so I guess I'm part of they too. Yes. So, yeah, once that's done, I'm going to throw a benchy at it. I don't know how long that's going to take. According to, it's currently at 10% done. It says 2 hours and 18 minutes remaining on the file. Slicer says 1 hour and 57 minutes. Here, see, look, it's using fluid. Look, guys, it's using fluid. However, it's using fluid. Ta-da! Let's see something. Where is it? Oddly enough, oh, there we go. There it is. There's the webcam that comes on it. So you guys can see it printing away there. Look at it go. Chubby Kills reference. Use the reference equals 601 and use code PRINT for 10% off. Zolan, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, man. Captain, greetings. Good to see you. Yeah, so yeah, we're playing around with something that I don't have. I don't have this. This isn't mine. You guys are seeing an illusion. It's all an illusion. It's all green screen. I don't have it. It's not right there. I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't do that. See, look, right here. See, let me pull this one in. There. Let me adjust. There we go. See, I can't do this. This I can't do. It's just an illusion. Get you guys up in there. On the illusion, of course. But yeah. So, good afternoon, Will. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope everybody is having a wonderful day. And for those of you that were here for the Christmas Eve stream and one filament, I hope you got your email. You should have gotten it. I sent them all out to everybody. After the stream, was curled up in bed with my laptop, and all of you winners, and I sent you all off your little reference codes. So hopefully you got the email with all the info and the reference code, got that sent, and get your free roll of filament. But no, right now I'm just kind of, like I said, hanging out in the garage, playing with a printer that I don't have, so that this way I don't get in trouble for saying that it's sitting in my garage and I own it. Because I don't want to get in trouble for owning something I don't have. We'll see how things go with it. I'll play around with it for a while. If I had it, if I had it, and it wasn't all green screen and made up. Place the order and spent much more than the code. Yes, Will, it is always fun how that happens. You know, you go there intending to do one thing and you end up with much, much more. Found the portal to the fifth dimension on his desk, and there was a printer over there. Yes, exactly, JPP. That's exactly what it is. Is you having this printer going against some sort of kind of NDA? I have not asked. I'm not going to ask, and I don't actually have it, so I don't have to worry because it's all just green screen and illusions. Yes, it's all just green screen and illusions. Like I was talking earlier when I said that I was able to acquire the image, the default image to re-image it. That's what that's all green screen illusion stuff that I did. Yes. Visual effects. Yes. So Anyway, for anyone who is wondering what that illusion is behind me, it is the Ideaformer IR3B2. It is the clipperized version with the webcam and the LED light on it, and it's just all around supposed to be awesome. Personally, I am enjoying it myself at the moment. It does appear to be lots of fun. There, the light is on. There, turn the light on. So we come back here. Look how nice and bright that is. I mean, CGI. Yeah. Looks good for CGI. Yes, Thor. It is all CGI. I have some of the best guys in the world not working for me. But no, I just figured while I was streaming, I was playing around with it, I would stream for a little while and let everybody not see it in the background there, because it's not conveniently located. You're dizzy from watching that print head going. Yeah, it definitely is moving pretty good. Like I said, it's running Clipper tripod. Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. How was your dinner date with the Creality folk yesterday? Right? Yesterday you had dinner with Creality. I hope that went well. I hope you had a good time, you and the missus. It looked like it from the picture. You guys were all smiling. So glad you were able to get out, hang out with the gang while they were in town. Running some Polymaker high speed through there. Digital Dragon, good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. I would say Merry Christmas and stuff, but that was yesterday, so, that was yesterday when I said that. New Year's is coming, and I'll be off, so it's also my daughter's birthday, my youngest daughter. Her birthday is New Year's Day. She was not the New Year's baby in the hospital that day, but she is our New Year's baby, and that's all that matters. She is our New Year's baby. Off Axis, good to see you, man. How you doing? It was a good time. Awesome. Baby New Year. Yep, she was our baby New Year. I will now be forever called the Creality shill. No, I think it's going to be hard for you to take that title from Sam. I think Sam's done a good job of doing that for the last year. I think it's going to be hard for you to take it. I mean, you did go out to lunch with him, though, so, or dinner. You did have dinner with him. Chris Travis, good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. You was live for like 4 hours. You need to find a way to get more notice, I think. Yeah, Off Axis, brother. All I do, like, anymore, I kind of didn't even bother to, like, post out that I was doing this one, but usually it's like I'll hit up X and Blue Sky and throw it out there that I'm going live. I don't really post it on the Facebook. There is Making My Nexus Facebook page, guys, if you guys want to go over there, but I don't really post much there. Occasionally I'll post something, but it's more or less just there as a placeholder for if one day this became like a everything, I would have the placeholder already done. So, but yeah. I thought, Thor, you thought you were the Creality shill? Yes, we all know how much you love Creality. Oh, here, I should put my hat like this. There we go. Because, like I said, I usually read this way, so I can do this, and then you guys can see KB3D. Speaking of which, I still have a $25 gift card to KB3D. I should buy something from KB3D. I got $25 to spend there. You guys think I could buy a SVO8 from Chris for $25? I mean, think I could get some crazy discount code from KB3D to get an SVO8? Or how about like a Milo Mill? Think I could get a Milo Mill? Just curious. I mean, probably not. Not for $25. Maybe add a couple zeros. Because like the Milo Mills now are what, like 15, 16, 1,800 bucks, something like that. I don't know. Probably get an SVO8 sticker. Yeah, probably. I gotta turn this. That thing is like digging into my head. This thing is a comfortable hat, though. It really is. Oh, I need to convince Chris to make up some Maker My Nexus ones for me with his local guy who uses these hats or find these things. These are Port Authority hats, and they're just like super comfy. I want to get some with the Maker My Nexus logo on here. Would you guys buy them if I got them? Would you guys buy Maker My Nexus caps? Wilson, you need an SVO8 with the EU version. Started installing your new multi-board layout in the studio. Just printing more connectors. Nice. Milo is $9.99 at KB3D right now. Thank you, Digital Dragon. Yeah. I need to clean out the garage before I even bother getting a mill because I have nowhere to put it. I have nowhere to put any of the crap in here. For anybody who hasn't seen my office lately, I have no space. I'm out of space. I need to work on space. Space is the thing that I'm very low on. So, but the plan is I'm hoping going into 25 here, we're going to start working on more printers, getting more printers like done, rehabbed, and out the door. When I visited 3D Printing Santa Claus up in Wisconsin the other day, I came home with nine printers. And of those 9 printers, there's only probably 1 or 2 that will be like permanent fixtures. For right now, this one, and then the one that Tripod hated. The one that Tripod hated, that one will probably stay. The Flying Bear, which is right there, that one's not too bad, to be honest with you. It's not as the UI on the touchscreen leaves some wanting, but you know, it's not a bad little printer so far. I'm gonna play around with it some more as well, but I need to get this thing built and up and running because I want to take this one to work after a little while of it being at home. You know, you're not a fan of the hat. I agree. This thing is definitely an afterthought. Not the nicest of things, but all in all, I mean, if you're just printing PLA on it, you don't need that anyway. So, Flying Bear's doing running Marlin. You get easily with clipper screen. Yeah, I mean, there's room in there. You can get like a small clipper screen to put here, and then add clipper to it, and play around even more with clipper on that. You can do that. It doesn't have any kind of a bed level on it, which, you know, no probe of any kind, which I think is kind of weird. I would think that it would have some kind of a probe, but no probe. Also, for those who weren't watching yesterday, the audio quality will be getting better on the stream thanks to Tweety and Lee Marie 3D and Keela, Jeremy and Keela. They made a small donation to the stream yesterday, and I've got a DJI Mini coming. Viking, what's up, brother? Good to see you. You make the work. You make their little display work with the via SPI. Nice. I'll have to talk to you more, Will, or send me some links to anything you have, like any config files and stuff you have for that. Let me know. It's like, link it up. That way, when I get crazy and decide to do stuff, I'll have links to what already works, and I won't have to fight to try and figure it out. Yes, off access. Thank you. What JPP say that I missed? I've noticed things getting very, oh, yeah, cliche. Yeah, clicky. Yes. A friend gifted you a Lazy Susan for a chocolate. Nice. Nice, man. That's awesome. But yeah, so I've got a few things to do. I got to get a 16 port gigabit switch out and get that ready to go. I got to get this ready to go, and then I got to finish working on the Ender 3 that's behind me here that we got Clipper installed on. I got to finish printing the parts for it. So at some point here, I'm gonna get those parts printed. We'll get all the electronics tucked away, and then it'll just be doing some tweaking and tuning. And then it'll be figuring out how to get down to visit, either get down and visit or meet halfway with JPP to return some stuff that's JPP's. There's also the clipper pad up there, or the sonic pad up there from Creality that's his as well. So get all that stuff together and bring him a 16-port switch that's just sitting here collecting dust. Get that down to him. As far as I know, you just need to order the dual Z kit. Then I just have to print the electronics enclosure and then get all the electronics tucked away. And then it'll be running dual Z, but it won't be a true independent Z because it won't have the Z tilt. Which, with it having the V wheels, probably not a great idea to try and have it, you know, twisty that crush those wheels in or pull those wheels away, create all kinds of nasty issues. So, probably want to steer clear of that. Unless you want to go nuts and put some rails on it and everything. But even still, with the rails, you want to be careful because you don't want to, you know, move it too far and tweak some rails. Yeah. Yeah, Digital Dragon, when you're putting up part 3 of the kit. I don't know if this is going to be a successful print because I don't know that this is really meant to be printed on a belt printer. I just kind of lined it up butt first and sent it. So we'll see how this does. I'm still new to the whole how belt printers print and how belt printers work. So for all I know, I'm just printing a giant print fail. So it could happen. But then we can find some kind of a sword for the box turtle. If you want to, Digital Dragon, I mean, you don't have to watch me. We know I'm not that entertaining. By the way, for the 20 of you that are watching right now, thank you very much. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe if you're not already subscribed, because that's what YouTubers say. Also, you know, if you like what you see, you can consider becoming a member. If you really like what you see and you want to help out, you can always gift memberships, because as my friend Taylor over at Connect Creator says, I'd rather you gift a membership to someone else in the channel than do super chats. But if you want to do a super chat, feel free to do those as well. It's your money. Spend it how you want. Also, down in the description, there's a link to my Linktree where Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, money that comes in through there goes to me directly. It helps me out today, but I don't care. You do what you want to do. If you don't want to help, you don't have to help, because I do this shit anyway. So there we go. All the YouTubery things are done. If you like Thorpe, just hit the dislike button, because interaction with the video of any kind, positive or negative, is still good interaction. That lets YouTube know that I'm doing something liked or disliked, you know. How does belt printer work for a long printer in a short explanation? It gives you an infinite Z, so you can print this way forever, and it prints at a 45-degree angle in this case, because that's how the printer is set up, at a 45. But then it will give you an infinite Z and print this way forever. As long as you can, anyway. I think at some point I'll maybe try to find the chain and see if I can print a long piece of chain. Since I lost those STLs, dang it. When I reformatted the SD card for this, I lost the STLs. I should have pulled those G codes off before I did that. Polymate. What's going on, Paul? Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I don't have this printer. It's all just an optical illusion. It's CGI. It's visual effects. It's a fifth dimension that opened up on my desk. So I don't really have that. It's not really here because the Ideaformer IR3V2 is not currently in the wild. So if it's not in the wild, I can't have it. However, I know somebody who got a review unit and did the review. And now it may be sitting in that fifth dimension on my desk. We'll just leave it at that. Yes, you can print like long things with it. So printing like a long box or a long case for different things that would fit in a long case, you could print those things. As long as it fits within the build volume across the belt. You need to fix them, dude. Hey, I saw a video on YouTube. You bring it up. I'll talk in as PG-13 as I can, but I saw a video on YouTube that said that the average length of a thing is 5.1 inches, and that the preferred length across men and women who were polled, so apparently men and women were both polled in this, was 6.3. So if you have one of those things and you are 6.3 or above, you are in the, or 6.3 area, 6.3 range, you are in apparently the preferred. So just know that bigger than that is not preferred. Smaller than that may not be preferred, but if you're in that 6.3 inch range, you are in the preferred range. So just know that. That's a general thing though. So, you know, to get those numbers, they had to ask questions, and there are some people who preferred bigger and some who preferred smaller, and there you go. So I set up a belt printer that feeds into a blender. Here's a hopper, extrusion machine. So basically, man, you want to be able to print the object and then watch it go, be redistributed back into filament and fed back into the printer to just keep going, huh? So you want to be able to just keep it moving, right? Thorpe, I said I got to be PG about this. I got to be clean about it. Build volume. Yeah, we're talking about build volume, Losing. Thank you. Yes, build volume. So if we're printing multiple pieces, yeah, multiple of the same, yeah. Having a standard 90-degree belt printer that just prints the part, and then when it's done, it rolls it off and then starts the next print and rolls it off and starts the next print and rolls it off. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I know, like Rob's working on that with his modded belt printer that he's been working on, where it'll print at a 45 and print at a 90, so you can do long continuous parts, or shift it up and then do just basically continuous parts over and over again and have it just pop them off as they go. So I know Rob Mink, Printceps, he's got a design going for a printer that'll do either or, 45 or 90. So you can print either direct or print it either way. I know he was showing it off at Printopia, where it would print at a 45 and then shift, come over and then print at a 90 and then go back over and shift for that layer, do a 45, and it was doing that in between each layer. It would do the shift from 45 to 90. So that's pretty sweet. I can't wait till Rob gets that a little more refined, a little more fine-tuned, and gets the info a little more readily available. I think it's going to be a pretty sweet deal. Got an email from Overture the other day. Hope they can help with the new makerspace. Me too, off axis. I hope you can get yourself a nice little stock of Overture PLA or PETG or whatever the case may be. And, you know, maybe once the makerspace is up and running, you can get in touch with Polymaker and even maybe print in solid and get some Jesse and some Polymaker filaments in there too. It'd be nice to get these companies being able to provide, you know, even if it's just runs of transition spools to maker spaces, just so that they have, you know, material. I think it'd be a good place to send off all of the transition spools, would be to like maker spaces, because for the most part you're designing whatever, and it's not like in a maker space color is always a requirement. It might just be I need the part and I can make it whatever color I need to afterwards. You want to know we tried to enclose belt printer like that? Yeah, it would be a pain to put an enclosure around that thing. I mean, your best bet would be to do like the refrigerator door curtain, or the plastic strip curtain at one end where it rolls out, and then have a set of rollers there to catch it and bring it out the rest of the way. But then you'd have to just build like a big enclosure around it, put some kind of a externally powered heat source to keep the heat in. Coming up on 4 p.m. Install appointment was 1 to 6. Well, JPP, fingers crossed, man. If it's anything like around here, they'll be there sometime between 6 and 8. Never heard of transition spools? Polymaker is always awesome. Yes, they are good, sir. Yes, they are. Since I've already given away 10 spools this week, we're not going to do a giveaway tonight. Sorry, guys. Unless Polymaker shows up in chat and says, let's do a giveaway, we're not going to give away. I'm sorry. So unless they come in and tell me specifically, give away more filament, which I just gave away 10 spools 2 days ago. So I doubt they're going to let me do that today. But there's 24 of you here concurrently, so that's one of my better streams so far. 24 people. It's nice to know that more people are finding the channel and finding me entertaining. I know you guys prefer it more when the missus is out here. No need to be sorry. Way to go streaming. Thank you. When we'll move on to what is next. I only have this one print going, so it's going to keep doing what it's doing, and when it's done with this print, it'll either fail at some point, or it's going to print successfully, and then we'll see the next print. Speaking of, I want to kind of come over here and see how it's doing, because it's between segments, and it is doing the link pretty good. The link looks nice, so it is making the link where the segments of the cow can flex, so it's working on that as it's doing it. Can I explain what a transition spool is? Sure, off-axis. Transition spools are when companies are running a line, and when they switch from one color to another color, there's a transition period in between where the old color is transitioning to the new color. So you get this weird, awkward color, sometimes color blend in the middle. So it's not your, say they're going from blue to red. So you'll have this weird transition in the middle where you get this kind of a purple color. As it goes from more blue to more red, you get this kind of gradient of purple that'll come through. You may even have a bit of run where you get some clear in there because they may purge the system out with just plain PLA, like virgin PLA, no color it, to kind of help pull the existing color, the previous color through, and then add the new color in. And then when it gets to the color they're looking for, they'll cut that. And usually they run a spool, 2 spools, 3 spools, 5 spools before they get to the color they're looking for. So you usually have a few spools of transition color. Of all printed speakers. What? You don't get caught up on stuff, big audio stuff. Yeah. Polymate is definitely the guy to talk to about 3D printed speakers, my man. Is the BTT K-Touch worth it? Need a central place. I do like the K-Touch. I don't have really any. I have it sitting right here on the table. It's actually, this was the Panda Touch, and I flashed the K-Touch firmware to it because they're interchangeable. So you can get both firmwares and go back and forth. So somebody who has a bunch of bamboo printers, maybe not a lot of clipper printers, get this and use it with your bamboos. Somebody's got more clipper printers than bamboo printers, get whichever one's in stock, flash the firmware you need, and it's up and running. I haven't updated this in a while, so I don't know what new fancy features are on here, but it is nice to be able to kind of, go into the printer selection, have your printers listed in there, and then just pick the printer and bring it up on the screen. And then you have a basic set of functions. I mean, you got some calibration stuff, settings, start a print, so if the print's loaded in there, which that's one thing I have noticed. It does seem to have an issue loading. There we go. So like these are a bunch of the files that were on the Hulk. They're like just some Prusa files for reprinting the parts for ASA in green for that guy when I redo it. But yeah, I mean, it's one. What are they right now? I haven't even looked, to be honest with you, Los Inc. I don't even remember how much they are right now. What, like $60, I think. So if they're at the $60 mark, 59 and some change, US, yeah, I would say it's worth it. I mean, if you're looking to get some kind of a little remote, um, I had thought about mounting this thing on there, but then I thought about it and I'm like, I'm just going to take an old Chromebook or a laptop or something, set it over there so I have a little more functionality and I can use the actual web interface because that's where all the printers are. So I'm going to take probably one of the old Chromebooks I have, get a little 3D printed stand for it, mount it up back there or on one of the side walls, just so I have that to bounce between web pages with. But, YouTube just now sent me the notification. Well, Jeff, good to see you, man. I'm glad you made it. You do not see, I don't have this. This is not mine. It's not in my possession. This is a fifth dimension that opened up on my desk where it is. It's CGI. What else did we say? Like special effects, like visual effects. It's a whole bunch of not really here. So what you're seeing, the work that I put in today to get it going, it's not real. So yes, I think Fix'em Dude, we should name it the Phantom printer. Should we name it the Phantom printer? Let's do that. Let me jump to this screen. Let's go up here. Let's click on the settings tab and let's name it the Phantom. Whoops, I misspelled that. Come on, keyboard. I need to go back to a wired keyboard, I think. There we go. Phantom printer. There we go. There we go. It has now been named the Phantom printer. So there you go. Phantom printer, just like Fix'em Dude said. So Fix'em Dude, there you go. Multiverse printer. Sorry, JPP, you're late to the game. Mystery Machine. Now we're going to I'll tell you what. We'll play a game. We'll make it worth it. Are you ready? No, I can't do that. That was a dick move. I can't do that. I can't. Never mind. Pass. Bad idea. We're not going to do that because that'll create all kinds of headache. I'm not going down that rabbit hole. Forget it. It's a bad idea. Fix'em Dude said it first. So Phantom printer it is. However, Mystery Machine is a good one. I got to give you for that one, Da Vinci. The Multiverse printer, JPP, another good one. I'll have to save these for other printers that I don't have that randomly just appear on a stream. So keep those in mind for the next printer that I shouldn't have, don't have, won't have, isn't really here. You know what I mean? Any thoughts on a collab with the people from Deposition Sound? Yeah. And the guys from Hedamami? Chris, I talked to both. Hedamami, likely not. The weight of the printed driver is too high. Yeah. Could possibly help with the magnet design aside from the planetary headphone. Yeah. Or the headphone. I would love to check out Hedamami. Maybe one day I'll get lucky and a random box will show up. Maybe. Words, Dan, words. I know they're hard, man. Words are tough. Words are tough. I need to clean the office because I got this random diode laser sitting here and I want to get this thing put together so I can, get my diode laser stuff set up and have them on their own little area and take like an old PC, throw light burn on it, like an old laptop, throw light burn on it, and have it sit there with the lasers, have them in their own little space. That's the plan. Chat with them about the Symphony 7 LT. See if you can design something to match that or the requirements. Nice. Well, Polymate, it would be awesome to have like an awesome collab between the two of you because they make some pretty sweet 3D printed enclosures and such for the printers, and you make some printers for the speakers, and you make some pretty awesome 3D printed speakers. So I do need to try and convince my STEM teachers to let me get some of the kits for the kids so they can 3D print and make their own speakers. I think that'd be awesome. even if I spend like a day in there just doing the soldering side of it for them, if I just do the little bit of soldering that needs to be done so that they can basically plug it in, connect it up, make it work. And then, I think that'd be kind of a cool thing to do as a project for STEM. Uh, oh, hold on a second, guys. All right, there we go. This time I was able to mute it before I blew your eardrums out. Oh, JPP, I think that might take him a little bit of time, Did that EMMC Yes, it did. Low sync. Sorry, we did that yesterday. Here, look. It came. We got the SVO7 flash, got it back up and running, and we even printed this part on there. It turned out pretty dadgum good. We printed the little cover for it. So we did get it. It did show up, and we did make it work. So, well, sync, it is up and running again. I do apologize. I'm sorry you missed yesterday, but the SVO7 is back up and running. So, yeah, this little adapter, this little $10 adapter that has a micro SD card, which I've been using this today. So when I needed an SD card reader, I've been using this as well for that, and it's been working very well. So for $10, you get just the board. So you do have to print a part, but this one here that JPP sent me, printed and fit quite well, and it's printed in the Polymaker Pezriwinkle. So it's got this cool purple color. So yeah, I might have to acquire a few more of these, just if nothing else, for the SD card reader, because they, SD card readers are nice to have, and the bonus of being able to plug in maker-based eMMCs to it, and the fact that down the road there might be a 32 gig eMMC coming along. Pezliz, that Pezliz person? I've heard of her. I hear she's a wonderful person who does a lot for the community. Maybe one day I'll get to meet her, and we'll get a picture together, and it'll be on the internet for people to see that she and I consumed the same airspace at one time. Not like, maybe at like a Murph or a Rumurf, never know. Canadians rule. Is that where you're going to be like Canadians rule and Americans drool? Is that what you're going to say? Huh? Off axis? It's all right, off axis. I love you, man. You're one of my favorite Canadians. Picked up an eMMC for the La Potato. Nice low sync. They're nice. It definitely speeds up the performance of the La Potato and all the Libre boards having those eMMCs on them. So the fact that they put an eMMC slot on there is nice. Makes those boards quite a bit faster. How am I holding up with the recent events, the pressure of the holiday season? Polymate 3D, that's why I've been streaming a lot more lately, is to kind of help give myself an exit from real life. I've been struggling at work a little bit, so I'm glad I'm taking, this time off that I don't have to deal with any of that stuff. It's all, done behind me now. Tomorrow I'm going to meet up with my sister and probably my brother or brothers at my dad's house. We're going to go through and get some of that stuff cleaned up and packaged up. And my oldest son is talking to the bank. He's looking to see about possibly buying the house from my sister because the house was left to her. So he's gonna look into, he's talking to the bank to see about possibly buying the house. So it'll stay in the family. So that's cool, And for him, it's like 10 minutes from work, and it's a nice little house for him to get into. And then down the road, if him and the girlfriend ever decide to make it a little more serious, it'd be a nice little starter home for them if they ever decide to, start a family. They've talked against it. They now at this point they're content with, he has his place, she has her place, and if the time comes, then grandbabies. But for right now, they're doing their thing. They're loving life, and he's hopefully going to be buying a home. So he'll be the second of my children to buy a home. So it'll be cool. Second favorite Canadian is Will. Of course, Will. Of course. You're in the top 5, buddy. We'll put it that way. Top 3. Top 3. Make it better if I said top 2. Will, top 2. That would mean I would have to bump Pesla's down to number 3, though, Will. So I hope that I just hope that if Liz is watching, which I doubt, she's usually pretty busy, but if Liz is watching, you might have to go to battle against her, Will. You might have to. I can't forget DeWitt 3D. Can't forget about Tim. Can't forget about Tim. Tim's another one of my favorite Canadians. I'm back. What'd I miss? Zany, Mr. Zach, you missed nothing. This doesn't exist. This isn't real. You don't see this. You know that. You didn't see that earlier. You don't see that now. So far, it seems to be printing okay. I may have to change out the filament to something a little more colorful later and try lining up or stacking up a few of them and seeing what it does. Hey, not a problem, Paul. Yeah, it does no good to like bottle certain things up. And I mean, you guys know I put it out there what was going on. So Ryan Reynolds is your favorite Canadian. Well, if Ryan Reynolds would ever come hang out in the streams, he would definitely move right up to number 1. Maybe. But he would have to come hang out on the stream. And since I am the farthest thing from Ryan Reynolds' radar, I don't have to worry about him ever coming and then having to bump all of you guys down one. So I think we're safe. He is here in the same city as you, Will. It would be cool if you know, we could get Tim to set something up that way, you know, and then I'd have a reason to finally go to Canada. I've been wanting to go since I was a 20-something. I want to go to the CN Tower. I thought that'd be kind of a cool place to go, but I hate heights now that I've gotten older. I hate heights. So I don't know how much fun the CN Tower would be for me. The more Canadians you meet, the more you realize they're just like regular people, only nicer. Yeah, they say sorry a lot. Oh, wait, hold on. They say sorry. Sorry. Sorry, eh? However, poutine from Canada is what I really want. Not going to lie. Potatoes, gravy, and cheese. Come on. Ugh. Bag of chips. What's going on, BOC? What flavor bag of chips are we today? Are we salt and vinegar? Are we some spicy barbecue? Are we some flaming hot? What are we doing today there, bag of chips? How you doing? All dressed. Sorry about that, guys. It hit the pipe wrong. But yeah, so far it's looking pretty good. We're at 45% done, it says. Hopefully when it gets up around the ears and the snout and stuff, it'll turn out okay. Ketchup. All dressed or ketchup, huh? I do like ketchup chips. I used to take, before ketchup chips were a thing, I used to take just regular ketchup and the regular like Lay's potato chips or the like Ruffles and dunk them in ketchup. And then ketchup chips came out and I have had them and I will eat them. It's still not as good as regular ketchup and chips, but I will eat ketchup chips. I do not discriminate against them. You should be sorry too if Justin Trudeau ran the U.S. Or you'd be sorry? Yeah. Oh, man. Poor Canada right now. I feel for you guys. But hopefully things will get better. Yes. Need to have a couple of those one chip things again. Hell no, Digital Dragon. I will never do the one chip challenge again. Last year's chip kicked my ass. I am not doing it again. I was miserable for hours. Yeah, I am not subjecting myself to the one chip challenge anymore. I did it the first year. I tried 2 chips the second year. I only did 1 chip the third year, and I will never do it again. The 2 chips the second year was really bad, and I think I felt worse from the 1 chip from last year than I did the 2 chips the year before. Yeah, Ryan Thorpe, there's no way in hell, man. It ain't happening. There is no amount of money that will ever get me to subject myself to that again. Yeah, I don't care. You can offer me millions of dollars and I'm still going to say no because it was a very, very hard time. Like, it hurt so bad. I was like hyperventilating. I was sweating uncontrollably. The top and bottom end were both blowing up, and it hurts more coming back out than it does going in. And then the bottom end was just not happy at either. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but like the hell that I went through, it was not worth it. So, not doing it. I'm not doing that to myself. Zany, you go ahead and you put that together and you enjoy. You probably can handle heat better than me. As I've gotten older, my spidey senses for heat have gotten worse. 30 people concurrently viewing right now. Holy shit. I think this is probably one of my bigger streams. So thank you guys. Paul Cumber, good to see you, man. What's up? I don't have this. You don't see this. This is not something that exists in the wild, so it's not something that I currently have, own, or possess. So you don't see this. But here, in case you need it to get a little closer, see, I don't have that. It's not right there. See, I don't have. See, I'm not. See, I can't do that. See, it's not there. You're a glutton for punishment? Yes, you are. It's like CGI printer, like the CGI wife. Hey, Ryan Thorpe, you missed it. She was actually out here on stream the other day. So, my CGI skills are getting way better, bud. You can drive over and verify it or ensure that it does not exist in this location. Yes, you could, sir. I don't know if you want to take the 3-hour drive to get here. But no, I will tell you guys this. There is big aspirations. I would like to get my office. I want to redo the entire garage at this point. Clean everything out. And just take over the whole garage. I'm not gonna lie. I talked about just expanding a little bit, but now with everything I've got and realizing that when you ask people to send you free things, like send me all your old printers so that I can rebuild them, between my own projects and then people sending me stuff or giving me stuff, I've run out of room. I have printers just stacked out in the garage right now. I also have a dryer out there, so at some point this week I need to work on getting the gas line run so that I can move the dryer in the house. We're going to have to remodel my bathroom for my washer and dryer. Wow, the fog is crazy. Yes, Paul Cumber, it is a bit foggy out today. You're only a few hours away, so the fog is definitely making its way across. I woke up this morning and was heading to work, and it was a bit foggy. I went in for half a day today. You got the modded voxel labs that you want on Hot Makes? Wow, we got to get you some more printers, Polly, mate. You need some more. Ask you for help. Really, Zach, what do you need help with, sir? Maybe it's something we can address right now, because I wasn't planning on streaming, and then Lee Marie 3D ended their stream, and people seemed like they still wanted something to do, so I said I'll stream, and I was going to stream the printer that I don't have. So I'm streaming me not playing with the printer that I don't have. It's all CGI. It's all movie magic. You ordered the first batch of the OVO box turtle kit? Nice. Nice, Thorpe. You have 2 dead printers sitting on the floor, not sure what to do with them, fit them, fix them, or for parts. Bag of chips. I will put this out there right now. This is a call to action for all of you. the 3D printing rehab project does not have to begin and end with me. It can begin with me and end with all of you. If you have old printers laying around collecting dust and you cannot get them to me for me to rebuild on streams, but you want to do something nice, build the printer back up, get it printing successfully, and then just find someone in your local community that, is, my thing is I'm always looking for people who are not well off financially, that can't afford to get into 3D printing, that want to get into 3D printing. If you're going to do that, then what I would recommend is also just talk to Polymaker and just let them know that, you're kind of following in my footsteps with the 3D printing rehab project, and you wonder if maybe they could give you a code that you could give to the person so they can go buy a couple of rolls of filament. Because I don't think that Polymaker would just send out a bunch of random filament to everyone in hopes that you'll all do the good thing with it. But you can always just give them a code and tell them it's good for like $50 in filament or whatever Polymaker might want to do. And just ask them if they'll do that for you. Because that's what happened with me. I mentioned this to Nicor at Murph this last year. I told them that I was going to be doing this. I like this idea. I want to just start rebuilding printers. That's how MicroSwiss came on board, because I was talking to them and I told them that I want to give back to the community. I want to get people who are maybe low income or just not well off financially, can't afford to get into 3D printing but want to. So I'm just going to take old 3D printers that I have, that other people in the community give to me, whether it's through meetups or whatever, and rebuild those, stream, have fun with you guys, and then give them away. I've given away so many printers over the years just because there was no real reason for it. It was just I had a printer, I was done using it, and I just gave it away. Friends, family, whatever the case may be. But I was getting tired of giving friends and family printers, knowing that there were people out there that wanted to get into 3D printing and couldn't. So that's where, this whole stupid idea came from. And now my office is overrun with printers that I need to get fixed and give away. Like the printer that you gave me, yeah. So Zany, let me go back. Also, I need to ask you a question. Zany says a 1-to-1 scale 1940s Wireless jukebox. Nice. Dude, that would be awesome. The electronics inside would definitely be cool if they were 3D printed speakers that Polymate designed or helped with, or you took one of his models and maybe blew it up in a way that would work for you, or you just lined it inside with a bunch of his smaller speakers. That could be awesome. And they would be a primarily 3D printed jukebox. Bearded Bucket, good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. By the way, I was just in my tangent when you popped in, so. But yeah. Well, thank you, Bearded Bucket. I know that people think I'm awesome. I think I'm just an idiot with a webcam and a microphone and silly ideas. This is never going to make me rich, working on these printers like this and giving them away. I'll never get rich doing it. There's no way in hell. The YouTube channel money that comes in helps pay the bills around the house to compensate the loss of income from the wifey not working. So that money comes in and goes right in to help pay bills. There's still a bunch of bills we got to pay. So the money that comes in here goes there. If there's ever a day where people specifically send money, that money goes to whatever they specifically sent for. Like yesterday when Poity and the Lee Marie 3D crew, Keela and Jeremy, sent me monies to pick up a new wireless mic. So that money came in. I ordered the mic while we were on stream and showed you guys that it was ordered. So when that mic gets here, we'll switch over to the new DJI Mini when it gets here. Family makes you rich. Yes, it does, Thorpe. I have always said that I may be poor in the bank, but I'm rich in the heart. It's kind of a cheesy saying, I guess, but it's one that I still stick to. I'm poor in the bank, but I'm rich in the heart. I got lots of kids and a wife, lots of people who love me for whatever reason. I don't know, but they do, so thank you. Yeah, Bearded Bucket, man, and Bearded Bucket, man, like, when we got back to that hotel and we were hanging out in that lobby, man, I'm not, like social media guy. It's like I want to live in the moment. I want to hang out with people, talk to people. You, me, and Akuma Mods, man, the three of us, we just would sit there and just chat. And it was fun to just be, the three of us hanging out, just talking, just living in the moment, not having to capture stuff. Like when I went to go visit Jim over the weekend, I just went up there, hung out with Jim, we talked, I got stuff, and I came home. I didn't take a picture. I streamed on the way up because, gave me something to do while I was in the car for 3 hours driving. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, when I get to hang out with everybody, I just want to live in the moment, and that's why going to Rocky Mountain in 25, it's going to be me and my wife going up or going over. We'll be going there for several reasons, but like a little side bonus is the fact that I will be able to go to Rocky Mountain this year. I'm not going to work. I'm not going to run a table. I am not going there to do anything more than just walk around, see everybody, talk to everybody, enjoy the time. I'll take pictures. I'll take pictures with people if they want. If you see me and I'm there and you want a picture, just come up and be like, hey, let's get a picture. I'm fine with that. But I'll probably have stickers in my pocket to hand out to people while I'm walking around, but I'm not going to be there with a table. I'm not going to be there promoting a product. I'm not going to be there to do anything more than just be an attendee walking through the event, hanging out with you guys. That's where I have more fun with these events, Oh, I'll stop by the booth. Don't worry, Zach. I'll be walking around. I'll be swinging by, getting hugs from all my friends and talking to everybody, fist bumps, high fives, whatever, Am I going to stop and pick you up, Thorpe? Well, it's going to be me and the missus going. We're going as our honeymoon from 9 years ago that we didn't take. And it's also going to be her birthday. So it's just a mommy daddy trip. Yeah. Not saying that if you didn't make it out there that I wouldn't hang out with you. Just letting you know that it's like the mommy daddy trip. But yeah, I'll definitely be swinging around and talking to everybody. And while we're there, I mean, like I said, her birthday falls on the 15th, and we're going out on the 14th. So we'll get there on the 14th and get checked into the hotel, and then the 15th, that day is her day. Whatever she wants to do, that's what we're doing. If she wants to hang out with everybody, we're going to hang out. If she wants to just go walk around and see Colorado, go to the Rockies, all that stuff, that's what the 15th is going to consist of. Then the 16th is that Friday, and then the 17th and 18th, right? Or is it? Yeah, the 14th is Wednesday, 15th is Thursday, and then Friday is the 16th. Yeah. So it'll be the 16th, it'll be whatever. I mean, if she says you're driving me nuts, I want to sleep, go away, then I'll get a hold of Justin and see if he needs some hands helping get stuff loaded into the venue. I'll help him out on Friday doing that if she's okay with it and is good. Otherwise, if not, Friday she and I'll do whatever she wants to do. And then Saturday and Sunday, I'll make time both days to get over to the venue and see everybody and talk to people and hang out, have fun, and, just be around everybody. But the goal is to just go and enjoy myself. I don't want to feel obligated to something. I'm tired of spreading myself so thin with every time we go somewhere, it's nonstop all day. And I want to be able to relax and enjoy myself. I think I got a kid coming. Sounds like I hear kids. So, Joe, it's good to see you, man. Yeah, I'm doing mostly okay, Joe. Mostly. I do on the life. I mean, parts of my life, yes. Heads up, there might maybe get together of makers on on that week's Wednesday. Well, if the wifey is up for it or she's willing to let me go, then I very well could be there. I think it would be fun. I'm not gonna lie. I would love to do like an actual like Makers Live hangout stream instead of everybody chiming in. We just have everybody, like one webcam group of people all around in a room. That'd be kind of cool to get everybody together and just do that. Yeah, You're designing at the same time. Hey, Paul, you do what you got to do, man. You stay creative and do your thing, man. You know, I've always been like a huge supporter, man. Financially, I can't, but, you know, I've always been a huge supporter of the 3D printing speakers or 3D printed speakers thing, man. It's awesome. Like 2018, 2019, 2020, somewhere in there when I got introduced to you, man, I've always been like, just thought it was awesome. You don't know if it's going to be streamed or not. Was planning on just hanging out with friends. Hey, and that's even cool too, dude. Like I said, I'm all kind of like a whimsical guy. Like, let's just kind of ride by the seat of your pants. But at the same time, this trip is mostly for the mama. So whatever mama says is what goes. If mama kicks my ass out because she's annoyed by me, then she kicks my ass out because she's annoyed by me. I'll come hang out with you guys. If she says get back here, then I say, all right, guys, gotta go, and I go back to mama. I'm not a dumb man. I failed at marriage twice. I'm not doing it a third time. Oh, Zany Zach, don't lie to these people. They know better. Just installed the odd tool. The adventure will start Fusion 360. Ooh, Will, you have fun with that, man. At some point, I will do the same. Don't annoy her on purpose to get kicked out. Yeah, no, Digital Dragon, we are too far away from home and in a different state. I could disappear and nobody would know. At least for a while. So yeah, I definitely am not going to be purposely pissing her off. But yeah, it would be, it's just going to be fun to kind of like be able to kind of go with the flow and not be like scheduled into things or pressed into something. And just like, you know, hey guys, I'm here. How you doing? Shake hands, kiss babies, hand out stickers, all that fun stuff, you know. Yeah, hey, let's go for a hike, and he disappeared. Yep, Minnie, that would be the case. That would definitely be the case. Like, she would be like, hey, honey, look over that cliff's edge. Isn't it really sweet down there? Would it be a nice place to build a... Oops, I slipped. You know? Yeah, me breathing is all it takes, Thor. As long as I'm breathing, I'm pissing her off. So the day I stop breathing is the day she'll stop being mad at me. Yeah. But so far, this non-existent printer that doesn't exist in my office is looking really sweet. Called dibs on the workshop. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of printers here, and according to my wife, when I go, she's selling them all for $5 a piece, so it'll be first come, first serve. I told her, I said, when the time comes and I pass on, you need to get a hold of my 3D printing friends and have them come out and help you price this stuff, and obviously give you whoever comes to help first dibs, you know? Minnie, yes. Yes, that's the truth. She'd be mad that I was gone because then she wouldn't have anybody to be mad at. And then she'd have to, like she said, she goes, if I ever went and died on her, she'd have to kill herself to come find me and beat my ass and bring me back. So, my wife talks pretty tough, but I think she still wants me around. Pretty sure. Could be wrong, but I think she likes me enough to keep me around even though I annoy her. Like I said, I saw this thing that once said that if you want your marriage to last, you're supposed to marry someone you want to annoy for the rest of your life, because that's the person that it'll work with. So yeah, if you ever decide that you want to get married, if you're not, find somebody that you want to annoy for the rest of your life and marry them. So that's apparently the key. Dan's 3D Printing UK. Your 8 printers are going on the ground with you. Oh, going in the ground with you to use in the afterlife. Yeah. Yes, that seems to be a good way to do it. I don't know that it'll work very well. It'll probably be asking why there's so many extension cords that run into your grave, but you know. Zany Zach, you very well could have, sir. I'd have to go back and look in Discord and see, because I think if you did, you sent them in Discord. So I'd have to go back and look. I'll check after the stream. But if you haven't, yeah, I need to get those so I can print my maker chip. I need to get a multicolor setup going so I can print those. Maybe, just maybe, I can break out some old tech. Maybe I can break out some old tech and see if we can make old tech do it. Find a printer to mount that bad boy on, huh? Uh-oh. It made a funny noise. I gotta look. Nope. It's just that hot end. It just kind of rattles around a little bit as it moves. I might have to double check because it doesn't look like they're using actual bearings for the hot end. It looks like it's just bushings. Just like copper bushings. So with bushings, you don't necessarily want to grease those, do you? I'll have to double check maintenance on that and see. Still a fun machine? Yeah. Yeah, but I'll have to find a machine to stick that on. I do want to do a box turtle at some point. I'd love to build a box turtle. Don't you hate it when the printer makes weird noises? Yes, bag of chips, I definitely do. They make a lot of noises sometimes, especially when it's a new printer and you don't know its noises yet. Yeah. Wi-Fi installed in your grave so that people will still have to come hang out with you. Oh yes, Thorpe, you're right. I was just looking into the ether. I was looking into the nothing. Yes, that's right. It's my CGI guys are really good. Like really good. That guy makes? What's going on, guy? How you doing? Hope you guys are doing well. Let me go ahead and do this. There we go. We started a super chat goal. If you guys will want to partake, feel free. Oh wait, crap! I made it $5 goal. Let me see if I can end that. Remove goal. There we go. Yes, remove goal. I don't want a $5 goal. I want it to be any value. I don't care. It all adds to the. It all adds. There we go. Start the goal. All right. There we go. I started a goal 10. Any value. It'll count towards the total. If you guys want to play the game, feel free to do so. Let's do the other YouTuber-y things again, since a lot of new people have popped in. The YouTuber-y things are, if you're not subscribed, smash the subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like. If you like what you see and you want to become a member, feel free to become a member. If you really like what you want to, or like what you see and you want to help out the community, gift some memberships. There are some gray names in chat, so feel free to gift some memberships to those people as well. I would prefer that you gift memberships, as Taylor from Canuck Creator would say. I would prefer that you give back to the community, because then this way I still get money for doing what I do, and members of the community get something as well. So feel free to do that. That seems to be a better way of doing it, in my opinion. If you like Thorpe, or if you're like Thorpe, hit the dislike button. Feel free to do that as well. It's interaction with the stream. Lets YouTube know that people are at least interacting, positive or negative. It's interaction. Also, there's a link down below to my Linktree where there's Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. That money comes to me directly today. That can help me today. Feel free to do that if you would like. I have my phone right here. Let me make sure that, hey, look at that. Instructions not clear. Perhaps 10 times 10? I mean, 10 times 10 is always wonderful. Let's see here. Gas came out. All right. There, the notifications are turned on and turned up, so if somebody sends anything through Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo, I can shout you out for doing so. If you want to do it anonymously, feel free to just put in there, shh, anonymous, and then I won't say your name. I'll say the dollar amount, but I won't say your name. So there you go. Yes, Thorpe, I did. I no longer have an OnlyFans. You can't find me there. Sorry. Yeah, Only Dan's, my Only Dan's account. Yeah. But there, now all the YouTubery stuff is out of the way. Thank you again, Bearded Bucket. You are awesome and always one to support when you can. So greatly, greatly appreciated. But that being said, guys, this printer doesn't exist. You don't see it. And the SVO7, we are having better luck with the SVO7 now. So the SVO7, after we reflash the eMMC in there, in that guy right there, the clip pad, got it reflashed and got it back up and running, and actually got some pretty decent prints off of it. You know what I need to do? We need to throw a Dapper Dan duck at the at that guy, I think. What printer? I see a Prusa in that direction. In that direction? That's a Mark III S Plus. Yeah, it was a former printer of the employer. They retired it out and it needed some TLC, so I gave it some TLC and it works. So it just sits there. At some point it'll be working better. I know, Bearded Bucket. I was trying to play into it, man. But thank you. See, it's right there. Anyway, guys, let me load up Orca Slicer here. Let me switch my printer. Let's see, SVO7. Discard. Let's take that off there. We gotta throw a Dapper Dan duck at the SVO7. So let me go find the Dapper Dan duck. 3D printer stuff, 3D files. Scroll way, way, way down in the list here. It's way down at the bottom. There it is. 3D duck, the Dapper Dan duck. Open. All right, one Dapper Dan duck. Send it. Well, slice it first. Oh, let's turn off that silly brim. We need 0 brim. Let's see if we do auto, if it'll still put a brim on it. No, it does not. Good. No brim. There we go. And print. And upload and print. And then let's see. There it goes. It's going. Okay. Wait for that to heat up, and then we'll print a Dapper Dan. I guess I should make sure that, yes, we are using the PLA profile that I tweaked a little bit, set the temps to a little bit more reasonable temps for that. So there we go. We got to plug in a webcam to that thing, you know. Dan loves V-wheel printers. Yes, I don't. Yes, I don't, Thor. They are definitely my favorite knot. Definitely my favorite knot. I have to say, the SVO7, I have high hopes for it, though, regardless of the fact that it's V-wheel. I do like my K1. I would like to get the K1C or even a K2 Plus. So, Creality, if you're ever feeling generous, feel free to send one my way. You have my address. I've sent it to you a million times. Maybe not a million, but feel free to send a K2 Plus with CFS my way. I'll be more than happy to clear out some space and put it right up there after we put it here where the CGI printer is currently. I do have to now, for the CGI printer, I'm going to have to figure out somewhere to put that so that when the CGI printer prints long CGI prints, I'll have a way for it to shoot off there. So I have to figure out somewhere to put that in this tiny space for right now. Huh. If I only had like a CGI bench I could put it on. Or, like, just make my little protrusion here for temporary sake. Just leave that there and then work on printers like right here. You know. Because then that camera up there and that camera right there, and then this camera, even I can just turn it and point it at the table here. Get a Micro Swiss converter kit. Yeah, that's what's in there. I've got the Micro Swiss. What they name that one again? What's the new Micro Swiss hot end that they put in there? Ah, Flowtech. Yeah, I got the Micro Swiss Flowtech up there right now. French cleats in the wall. Yes, just French cleat the wall and just mount printers. Like this one here, we could CGI some French cleats and then CGI mount it to the wall and just let it print down the wall. That could be cool. Yeah. Let it CGI print, CGI fake prints down the wall. Oh, let me spin this. It's going. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna let it print. We're gonna let it print. See how it does. Man, CGI is looking good, but I will say I gotta figure out something with that. It is doing a lot of ringing in the CGI print. There's a lot of ringing, but I hear a lot of like noise that I think is related to lack of lubrication. So I'm gonna have to look and see if putting a little grease on those CGI rails will help, or rods. Sorry, on those CGI rods, if that will help. But yes, I do like my Micro Swiss Flowtech hot end that's on there. That's currently green ASA from Polymaker, of course. It's in there, and I've been printing ASA on there very well. This guy does print ASA very well as well. I don't really do too much with the switch wire. I think my switch wire may find a new home. I think I might find somebody in the community that wants a switch wire with no screen because it doesn't have a screen. But it does have the Libre Alta board in there with, I believe, a 32 gig. I think it's got a 32 gig eMMC on it. So, there's that. This printer does exist. This printer is real. So, Zany Zach, yes, it's a switch wire. Nope. LDO kit switch wire. It's the one that I won for Chinese New Year this year. It's the space gray frame with the green and purple parts. I call it the Hulk. Yeah. It's a pretty awesome little printer. I had it at Rocky Mountain. I took it all the way out to Rocky Mountain and broke the hinge when I got there. For that, since they're 3D printed hinges, I broke one of the hinges. So I just pulled the other one off. But when I got home, I reprinted the parts since I still had the purple. So I just reprinted the parts and then retaped everything with the double-sided tape. So yeah. Do you have any machines that you don't need anymore? That guy makes. Well, that's part of what I do is I rebuild 3D printers and give them away to those less fortunate that can't afford to get into 3D printing but want to start in 3D printing. So, you see two Rooks back there. Yes, that's the Rook 2020 Fabrico kit, and that is a Rook 2020 LDO kit. I need to get this one finished and get it up and printing because that's my space gray frame one that I really want to get up and running because it's all LDO motors and LDO stuff. Nothing against the Fabrico kit. It is all an awesome little kit as well. But yeah. That guy makes, where are you located at? Not your exact address, of course, just a general location. Where are you located at? Central PA. Well, if I ever get over that way, maybe I'll have something we can meet up. You may have to do some work on it because I spread myself so thin. I don't do a lot when I should. So, you never know, man. Never know. You're planning to build a Rook kit. What, 500 Canadian? Yeah, well, that's the problem with the Canadian dollar. It's not as nice as the US dollar right now. We'll see what happens. Guy, we will see what happens. I cannot make promises. I do not make promises because I get myself in trouble when I do that if I can't follow through, and I don't want to put myself or yourself in a position where you have hope and I have no way. But if there's ever a time I'm going that way, I might have something to bring. Right now I've got I've got a few machines, some older Enders that I got to get built up. One for JPP and then one to give away. I got a couple Ender 5s sitting over there that I picked up from EdgeTech that I got to get up and running. Unless they're new, it's a pain in the you-know-what. Yeah, any machine that is before 2024 is usually a pain in the arse to work on. Yeah. Especially when you've gotten used to the just buy it, open the box, turn it on, and throw plastic at it. You know, like that one took some time down there to even get that thing going. Let's see. Still sticking, still going. All right. So we'll have a Dapper Dan off of there soon. Or it's a fun family project. Bought a used CR10 with the Sonic pad. Works really well. Nice. Yeah, my hope is I try to restore them, get them back to as stock as they can be so that if people need help, they know where to look and then let them modify them as they see fit. But, you know, sometimes you get special requests like JPP was like, throw a clipper on it. Let's do a dual Z and some crazy stuff. So we're going to do all that. Finally got the S1 Pro tuned up. He's running out of ideas of things to print. I see. Let's see. Easy 8. There's all kinds of crazy stuff, man. It's just find those stupid things that you said you were going to print once and you never did, that you downloaded the files, and just start printing that stuff. You know what I mean? Just throw prints at it, see what it does. You know, I've got like that little that print that's going on there, that CGI print, because that's not real. You know, I don't have that. It's not real. Yeah, since that's not real right there. That over there. That's not really sitting there printing right now, you know. But I found this the cute cow, and it's called it's called Cute Cow. Yeah, it's what it's called. So, yeah. But anyway, the Cute Cow is just printing away there, if it was real, of course. And then we just did a Dapper Dan duck, built over Bot or Bob. He came up with that, or him and his wife designed a little wiggly leg duck. And my daughter and her volleyball team fell in love with it, but they wanted it to have a top hat. So I found a top hat and printed it with a top hat. And then Bob's wife decided to add a top hat, and then they named it the Dapper Dan Duck, which is 3Ds. So it's a 3D duck. So it's pretty awesome. But you know, my silly idea turned into a model that he has available on Thanks. Join his membership, and you can have it too. Got to bounce? You're picking up friends and you're going to the makerspace in town? All right, Zach, have a good evening, sir. Stay out of trouble, stay out of jail. Happy 3D printing, all that fun stuff. Definitely stay out of jail. You, friends, makerspace, be good. Make good choices. But yeah, Lion Slayer, what's going on? So what prohibits you from owning the printer? What prohibits you from owning the printer? No, nothing prohibits you. Oh, what prohibits me from owning that printer? That printer is not real. It does not exist. I mean, it's a printer that's in pre-sale right now, and like people can go pre-order them, but I don't have one of those. I don't have one of those printers yet because they're not out in the wild yet for anyone to just have them. So I don't have that printer yet. It's CGI. It's not real. I can't actually do this. You know, I can't do this. I can't do that. See, those are things that I can't do because it's not real. It's all CGI and visual effects and And a fifth dimension that opened up on my bench that just shows it. It's not real. But yeah. What can I say? You know, let's see something. Is it still set up for that one? I don't know if it is. Hold on. I gotta play around with something here. Let's go here. Click here. Go to refresh. Let's go to properties. That's why, because the IP address changed on it when I would have changed. Yeah. 1920. Oh, stupid keyboard. There we go. 10. Whoops. 1080. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that didn't work the way I hoped it would. We'll just put it right there. And then we'll click there. And on this one, we can make me bigger. Look at that. There we go. I heard a click. Okay. Sure. There. There we go. That was your ankle. Other than reviews and CGI, yes, Bearded Bucket. That's my understanding, is that the first round of printers may have shipped or may be shipping soon. But I don't know that any of those printers have made their way into the wild. So currently I don't have one, and until they make files publicly available, I will say that this is CGI and visual effects and whatnot. I will not put myself in a situation otherwise. Let's see, how long do we have left on the duck? He's 25% done. ETA is about 17 more minutes, which will put me at close to the 2-hour mark. We're only an hour and a half in. Man, tonight seems like it's going faster than it is. That's weird. But yeah, you guys know me and my 2-hour thing. I try to keep it around 2 hours anymore, unless we're deep into something. Fantastic CGI render indeed. But what is that nozzle doing? See, that thing's... It's actually doing that to its head. Its butt is right... The butt is the first thing you see. So it's going the other way. It's butt first. Because the tail is sloped up, so I figured it would be easier, in CGI, of course, to print that in the butt first direction. Yes. My neighbor needs some help hanging a TV. He said whenever I'm ready, I said, give me about a half an hour. I can go over and help my neighbor hang his TV. Yes. But no, so hopefully, like I said, about a half hour here. We'll wrap this up. I want to see about how much longer it says that's got. Finish about 17 minutes. So yeah, both of them should be done about the same time. According to the slicer settings on both of them, they should both finish in about 15, 20 minutes. And then that'll give us about 5 minutes to check them out, see how good or not good they look. So what's new with everybody? Since I've been sitting here just chatting away like crazy, what is new with everyone? And those weirdos, how many weirdos are with you? Like, how many of those weirdos are you? Are you one weirdo? Or are you like 10 weirdos? Is it one weirdo with multiple personalities? Like, I'm just curious. You may have been here before. I may have asked you that before. I don't know. I don't remember. I suffer from early stage Alzheimer's. It's not a joke. I wish I was, but I'm not. So at some point in my life, I'll stream and I won't even know who I am, who you are, or where we are. You guys will be able to have all kinds of fun with me then. My wife already tells me that when I start waking up forgetting who I am or who she is, she's going to tell me I'm Batman. So at some point, she's going to get a Batman costume for me. And then let me dress up as Batman and go walk around the streets of Gotham. So she's really playing into this already. So she's really planning on making me having fun with this when I get older. Uh-oh. Oh. It's almost supper time too. By almost, I mean it is. Got to figure out supper for me and the wife and the munchkins. We got some leftovers from yesterday. We made this awesome dip. Just so you guys know, we made this awesome, like, the Christmas tree dip. Have you guys seen that? It's like a dessert dip. You take the Christmas tree Hostess cakes, crumple them up, some cream cheese, and a whole tub, like a 8-ounce cream cheese, and a whole tub, like 8-ounce tub of whipped cream. Mix it all together, and then you use, like, we use the vanilla wafers, the vanilla wafers. We use those. Yummy. I sat down like a fat kid last night with the bowl and the box of cookies and just like, or the back box of the wafers, and I just sat there like one right after another and just kept going. Amazing stuff. I want to try that now with like other Hostess cakes. Yes, I do. Guys, we're fizzling. I'm losing my go. Somebody say something. Anything. Getting sleepy. Noah, that wasn't very nice. Come on. Don't do that. Come on now. Don't be that guy. We're a fun group of people. Don't come in here and do that. Now I got to remove that. Oh. Yes, I have a Discord. Well, I don't have a Discord. We have a Discord that I hide out in. Here, bag of chips. There you go. There's the link. That's the Discord that I hide out in. There's many Discords, but that's the one that I originated in. There you go. That's the one I originated in. Yes. Oh, like I said, I love when people come troll the channel. I have no problem with people coming in and trolling if you want to troll. But just know if you say dumb shit, you are going to get, like, we'll delete it. But if you keep going, you're going to get banned from the channel. If your whole goal is to just get banned from every channel, then just say you just want to get banned and I'll just ban you. It's just that easy. I mean, there's no point in saying a bunch of ignorant shit that doesn't need to be said. Put that out there. So, you know, there is that. But yeah, like I said, bag of chips. I'm not very active on Discord, so you know, it is kind of hard to find me in there. Well, as these guys can attest, but I do make it a point to get there from time to time. You just signed on. What printer are you using? Well, let me go back here. One of the printers in my office is not really here. It's CGI. It's not really here. The Ideoformer IR3V2. That's what this one. This CGI is. This isn't real. I can't really do this. I can't really do this. I can't really do this. You know, this is all just CGI. My crew is really good at CGI work, so this isn't really here. But when it's in the wild, maybe it'll be here. But right now, it's not out in the wild yet, so it's not here yet. And then that's an SVO7 right there, Solval SVO7, Prusa Mark III S Plus, Switchwire, Creality K1, the OG K1. That's a Rook 2020. There's another Rook 2020. There's a King Rune KP5 right there, an Ender 3 right there. There's a Flying Bear Ghost 6 down on the floor. ANET A8 Plus back there. There's a Lulzbot Mini back there. There's a King Rune KP3S Pro, I believe it is. Some random old school Delta printer. That's a Pandora's Box right there. That one's a Pandora's Box. Let's see. Out in the garage, I have several Ender 5 Pros that are, or Ender 5s that need some TLC to get them up and going. You know, don't wield the power often, but you are fierce. Yes, Bearded Bucket, thank you for catching that. Aurora Tech recently reviewed the SainSmart version. Just wanted to know if they're any good. Looks interesting, but it's not there. Yeah, it's not here. I can't, like I said, it's all CGI. This is the, let's just say for the sake of CGI, that's the first file that I've actually sliced and sent to the printer. This was the Benchy that was preloaded, or would have been preloaded on it when I got it. It's printed in Pesriwinkle from Polymaker. So this would be the Benchy that was printed on there in CGI. Of course, I'm not really holding this. It's just being spun, and it's all done in CGI. But so far, that's the first real print after I spent all day today. Not all day, but I spent a good chunk of my afternoon playing with a CGI printer to reinstall the OS on the screen, because it runs off everything runs off the screen. That's where your Pi equivalent is located. And yeah, don't do updates on a device that's CGI and doesn't really exist, as they haven't updated anything for it yet other than the stock image that they created. So there was that lesson learned. You know, you do updates and you break stuff. So don't do updates, won't break stuff. So yeah. Please support if you can. Yes, Bearded Bucket, thank you, brother. Yes, my CGI budget is insanely high. So if you want to throw a super chat in and get the super chats, feel free. We got a thing going. Bearded Bucket is my $10 donator so far, so thank you, Bearded Bucket, for that. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo are in the link tree down below. Subs are free, so if you're not subbed to the channel, feel free to give me a sub. Usually, you know, do all kinds of weird stuff on here. Mostly it's just an idiot with a webcam and a microphone who talks to everybody, and then we play with 3D printers, like CGI 3D printer in this case, or, you know, the Solval, which is real right now. But most of what I do is I've been working on old 3D printers that people have given me, rebuild them, and then I, for free, just give them away to people, because I think everybody should be 3D printing, and I give them away to people who cannot afford to get into 3D printing, but want to get into 3D printing. So we give away printers to those folks, and Polymaker provides filament. That's all I got left in my collection. I've got 6 boxes of filament left, so I might have to hit them up and see about getting some more here in a little while, because the next printer I give away, that'll be another 2 or 3 boxes of filament going with it. So I'll be down to 3 to 4 boxes of filament left. Probably wouldn't hurt to get some more ordered so that I have some more on hand to hand over when I give away the next printer. Last printer I gave away was the Ender 2 Pro that I got from Jim from the Edge of Tech when I took a trip. So took a trip, came back with that and a couple of other printers. Definitely not a CGI printer. But yeah, we're printing a Dapper Dan duck, Bob. Bob, we're printing a Dapper Dan duck on the SV07. The SV07's printing a Dapper Dan duck. It's sitting on the box for the Flying Bear. It's sitting on the Flying Bear box. I'm out of space, man. I gotta redo my office, clean some things up, and get some printers out that aren't printing, and get the back wall lined up with printers that are working and printing. Yes. You missed out on the name, like moron with a voron. Yeah. If I had, if I was, that would be a cool channel name for somebody who builds vorons. So like Lee Marine 3D or Steve or moron with a voron. That would be good for them because they have lots of vorons to show off. But I do have a voron and I am a moron. So I guess I am a moron with a voron. So that could be cool. You like to see the belt running? I know it's CGI. It's the coolest CGI you've ever seen, right? I did really good with that one. Projects in Dad's Garage. New channel, who dis? Yeah. Projects in Dad's Garage. Who dis? You got some new channel. I'm still the same old guy. Actually, kind of new channel, who dis? I did change the name a long time ago. Yeah, that is good CGI. I mean, look at this. Look at how good the CGI is. I can switch cameras, and I can put you right up on that CGI. We can turn the LED off, too. Let me go show you how good this is. You can see in the other cameras. Watch this. Look. Look how good this CGI is. Look. Touch the screen. Maybe. Wake up. There we go. Let's go into, is it in settings? And then LED. And then let's... There we go. Look at that. Some pretty sweet CGI action going there. You popped up in the recommended feed. Saw the KB3D hat, had to stop in. Ah, well, thank you. So, projects in Dad's Garage. My name is Dan. Let me go this way. Ready? My name is Dan. Used to be DB3D back in the day. Got tired of being lost in the 3D printing alphabet soup, as it were. So I made the change to MakerMind Nexus as a channel. I'm still just Dan. This is MakerMind Nexus. It's just my garage full of craziness. Mostly what I do is, lately I've been starting this thing called the 3D Printing Rehab Project. I just take old 3D printers that people like have laying around, myself included, rehab them, rebuild them, and then give them away to people who are less fortunate that can't afford to get into 3D printing but want to. So I've been giving away printers for many years now, and decided to start doing something a little more with it, and use my channel as a way to kind of help spread the word and spread the love. Like I told these guys tonight, it's not something that has to begin and end with me. It can begin with me and end with you. So if you have an old 3D printer sitting around collecting dust, get it up and running, get it fixed, and just give it away to somebody. Polymaker came on board. They sponsor filament, so when I give away printers, I give away a couple rolls of filament to go with it. I don't really kind of publicize that because I don't want to put people on the spot. People don't really want to talk about their financial situations, but I rebuild the printers and I give them away. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing. Occasionally I build and work on my own printers on here. I do a lot of talking because I talk a lot. So I do a lot of talking. But tonight we were showing off my CGI skills, my team's CGI skills, by showing off a printer that I don't actually have physically here. I can't really be doing this because it's not real. So since it's not real, I can't be doing stuff like that with it since it doesn't exist out in the wild yet. But it's the Ideaformer IR3V2. That's the Clipper version of the belt printer that they came out with maybe 2 years ago. Because they had the IR3 and then they came out with the IR3V1, which was still another Marlin variant. And then they came out with the V2 recently, which is a clipperized variant that has a CAN bus board up here, has a trying to think here on Delta printers. What's that called on the Delta printers? They use that anyway. It uses like pressure to sense when the nozzle touches the belt, and the belt is a aluminum PEI coated belt. So if I could really touch this right now, I'd be touching an aluminum belt that is PEI powder coating on it, or is powder coated. But yeah, so I may or may not have spent, a portion of my day in CGI land, reformatting the SD card in that and getting it back up and running, and then getting it to the point where we were able to throw a print at it. And I may have done that part of it or started this print before I started my stream because I was watching another person's stream, and then they ended and I was like, I'm going to stream. So I just jumped in because I stream kind of sporadically right now. I don't have a schedule. It's just pretty much whenever I'm out here doing something, I'm like, I'm gonna just say the heck with it, and nobody's streaming right now. I'm gonna put myself in there, and then I'll just fire up a stream. But my hope is in 25 to get something a little more scheduled, times, dates that will I'll be able to stick to a little better, and then have nights where we do like 2-hour streams, and I just work on the printers, and once one gets done and it's printing and we get successful prints off of it, set that one off to the side or go throw it in my vehicle with a couple boxes of filament. And when I'm out and about in the wild and somebody talks about 3D printing and I know their financial situation is not the greatest, I can be like, hey, come follow this weird guy you don't know to his car, scary stuff, and then hand him a printer. Couple months back, I had a printer and some filament in the car. We took my daughter to volleyball, and my wife and I were out and about, and it just happened to be that we went to Walmart, and the young girl had just gone through school for 3D modeling, 3D design, and wanted to get a printer, but she didn't have one. So I said, you want a 3D printer? And she was like, what do you mean? I said, this is what I do. I have a YouTube channel. This is what I do. I rebuild 3D printers and I give them away to those who can't afford it. And a young girl straight out of college, got a bunch of school debt. Perfect person to give a 3D printer to. So I walked in. She was at Walmart working. I walked out to my car. I grabbed the printer and the cords and stuff and a couple rolls of filament. I walked back in and here you go. And her eyes just lit up and she was all excited. She said, can I hug you? And I'm like, sure. It's like, but yeah, it's a nice feeling to just give people 3D printers and let them get into 3D printing. So. My 3D, hey, my CG skills or CGI skills are the reason why ILM is out of business. Yeah, now I'm going to go grab the CGI. Let's see here. Actually, let me see if I can make it advance the Z and roll it off of there. CGI, not real. Not really touching anything. It's all CGI. Gonna have to improve that line because that line gets really close. So let me see if we can advance the Z. Main menu. Go to more. Move. Do 50. Z to the plus. Oh, it won't let me move it more that way. Let's try. Okay, so Z is arguing with me right now. Some things in the config must still be a little off. Let's see if we can move it from the web interface. Let's go to Z interface. All right. Boom. Let's do a G0 space Z1. Oops. We'll tell it to move 500. I think it's probably going to be more than that, but we will. Let's see here. So G0 space Z600. We'll do 600. Feed. We'll do 3,000. 30,000? 3,000. Anyone have $700? Help, I need this. Let's see. Oh, no, Z is still arguing. I still got some config stuff I got to play around with in the virtual space, of course. Okay, so. So it's still arguing with me. It's giving me a must home access first. Dadgummit, I don't want to have to home the access. Because, yeah, I might break something. So let's just see if we can pop that off of there for now. We'll play around in the config file later. In CGI space, of course. There we go. Little bit of the back part of it fused together. So let me. I'm good. So there is a lot of ringy in there in the CGI space. A lot of ringing. But like I was saying, I could hear the bearing or not the bearings, but I could hear it dragging. I got to see if putting some grease on there is going to be a good or a bad thing. Oh, nope, we're breaking it. It's breaking apart. Wait a minute. Is it breaking? Yeah, it got a little too droopy in the back end here. The eye on the back part here. Because I don't know if you can see in there, but there's some pretty big links that hold everything together. Trying to twist it in a way. There you go. You can kind of see up on this front link here. There's two really big links that hold it together. But the one in the back here started drooping pretty bad. Let's see. Yeah, it started drooping down pretty bad. So, not ideal, but it's still, hold its tail, it's still wiggly. There you go, though. See, there's the cute cow. There it is. So there's that. The Dapper Dan duck looks like it's putting the top hat on. So once the Dapper Dan duck is done, we'll be just over the 2-hour mark when that finishes, and we'll go ahead and wrap this thing up, and I'm going to go up. There it goes. Look at that. It's almost done. It's got to be getting close. It's on the top hat. Because it just keeps going around in circles. So I know it's on the top hat now. So. You made a dragon once on a belt printer. It took some changes, it seemed. But never seen it printed in person. Nice. No shame in drooping down in the butt. Happens to everyone. Yes, it does. Gravity works against you a lot with the... Yes, it does. It would be nicer if they were both kind of sloped up a little bit. That would have helped a little bit. But, yeah, as it printed, it drooped in the back. Not a big deal. It does have quite a bit of ringing. There was a little bit of gap in the top layer. I don't know if you guys can see. There we go. Yeah, see the holes? It didn't completely fill that top layer. But that can be fixed by adding more top and bottom layers. Just stack it up a little bit more. That would help. But there we go. Happy little cow. Just a happy little cow with a droopy tail. Yep. So gang, I can say that it does work. It does print. I can slice a file and send it to it in CGI or visual effects or in the 5th dimension. You know, however you want to say it, that it's not physically here. It's not physically here. You know. But it seems like it's going to be fun. And I know that down the road, when I've had my fun with it, whenever that will be, it'll either be a dead printer or it'll be probably residing in the house of Bob. My understanding is that the printer is in pre-sale, and the first batch of printers is either shipped or shipping very soon. So once I know they're in the wild, it may actually manifest itself here in my office. But for right now, it is just CGI, not real visual effects, fifth dimension stuff. You know, just not really, really here, you know. The next printer isn't real, just CGI. Projects in Dad's garage. I hope so. I hope you can, because everybody needs more printers, and I have more than I need now, so I want to take the ones that I'd like to keep in my collection and get them in my collection, and then the ones that I want to build out and give away, get them moved out of here. There's one thing that I have to say. I have been kind of lucky in who I've made friends with or who I've become friends with in this community. It has given me certain experience, like certain, I have been able to have certain experience that not everyone gets to have, like CGI printers showing up in, you know, the idiot with a webcam's garage for him to CGI play with. So I'm very thankful for that. It's very awesome. A lot of good people, a lot of awesome friends, big and small, in the space, and a lot of friends that aren't even in the space other than names in chat. A lot of good people there. So, hey, what happened to 3D Printopia stays at... Well, fix them, dude. Gotta remember, I still haven't been to a 3D Printopia, my man. Murph, 4 years in a row. Yeah, 4 years in a row for Murph. Once for Rocky Mountain. This will be my second year at Rocky Mountain. Maybe we'll make it out to 3D Printopia this coming year. I don't know. I do think, like I said, my whole thing is I don't want a table anymore. If I get a table, I want it to be for the 3D printing rehab project where people bring me printers to the event. And maybe I can work on and rebuild printers during the event, stream and have fun with the crowds live and on screen. And we can just work on printers during the event. It will make for a long weekend because I'll be spending it just rebuilding printers and then hopefully being able to find those less fortunate to come to 3D printing conventions, not because they have 3D printers, but because they're interested in 3D printing and want to know more about it. And then maybe we can give them printers at these events, you know. It's the only one you've been to. It's local. You're always in Delaware the week before or after. Well, you might have to just make it a point to you know, be there a little bit longer next time, or get in a little earlier so you can, you know, make it to the event. Because I've never been, and if I can make it work out this year, I'd like to go. But the thing is, nobody wants to sponsor somebody going just to have fun. So, like Rocky Mountain was sponsored. I went there with Libre, and we had the table, and Da was having a good time. Will Da go again this year? I don't know. I haven't talked to Da to find out if he wants to go, but I am going. Me and my wife are going to Colorado at that time. So I'm going to venture over and see people at the event. But the primary reason for going is not to go to the event. It's to spend time with my wife and enjoy some alone time, the two of us, away from kids and everything, and, you know, be 13 hours away from home so we can kind of unwind and relax. That's the plan. Wait a minute. So you have machines, you don't get printers? What do you mean, guy? Oh, I think the idea is to get printers in the hands of new makers that couldn't otherwise afford to do it. Yes, that's it. The whole point of what I've been doing is, or what I'd like to do, just got an Ender 5 Plus for Christmas. Nice, Kimberly. I hope that you make awesome shit with it. I do speak an adult tongue, so I do use colorful language. So, but yes, welcome to the 3D printing space. Ender 5s are a decent little machine to get you up and started with. I hope, I hope it brings you down the rabbit hole. Um, and like my community here will help in any way we can. You hope it's a good entry level one. Kimberly, it is a good one to learn on. To learn the machines, learn how to print, learn the ins and outs of the printers, and Ender 5 is a good printer for that. There's a lot of people in the printing space now that get into 3D printing and have no clue how to use their machines or work their machines because they've gotten machines that are just kind of an appliance now. Turn it on, shove the filament in there, send a file to it, and it prints. You've got a good machine that's going to teach you some stuff. So please, when you get upset or you get flustered, don't just throw it in a corner. Get on YouTube, do some research, find some forums, talk to, like, pop in the chat here, make some friends in the chat. We'll offer help when we can, however we can, to help keep you going. A large portion of my community is motivational. Like, we try to keep people going, keep people motivated. When you get flustered, there's nothing wrong with walking away from it for a week, clear your head, and then come back to it. I do it. Everybody here does it, where we just get in burnout. We've stressed ourselves out. You just walk away for a little bit and you come back. And when you come back, your head's clear and you're ready to kind of look into it. And then you'll probably see the things you overlooked before because you got so focused or one-track mind. Yes. But again, yeah. So, Guy, that's the deal. I don't try to get these printers to keep them all for myself. I try to find people who can't afford to get into 3D printing that want to get into 3D printing and then rebuild these printers and then give them to them. There are printers that I keep in the collection for myself because I like them and I want them. Printers I've purchased, printers I bought, or whatever the case may be. But there are printers that I do keep and I do use, but over time, like everything, you cycle out the old and bring in the new. So as I have printers that are on the shelf that I'm no longer going to be using, I'll maybe give one of those away. I've done that many a times where I've had printers that I do like and I do use, and I just give them away because I know it's a good printer for someone. My FlashForge Adventurer 5M, I gave that to my brother-in-law for my niece and nephews. And it's an amazing printer. It prints great. I love that printer, and I miss that printer. But I knew it would be a good printer to get them going that would require very little interaction from me. So that's what I did. We got him up and running, and they've been printing with it. He did have an issue. It has lost connection to the PC when he goes into the slicer. I told him I'll remote in one day, and we'll do a network snoop, find it, and then re-add it back in. So hopefully he doesn't have that problem again. And if he does, he'll watch along with what I do, so he'll know how to find it, or just go into the screen and pull the IP address from the screen, and then where to go in Orca Slicer to just change the IP address if it should change. But yeah, so Kimberly, feel free to throw a like on the channel. I'll do the YouTuber thing one more time before we wrap this up since the Dapper Dan just finished. Again, for all of you that are new, I'm Dan. Maker My Nexus is more just the channel. I'm just Dan. But again, 3D printing rehab project is something I kind of came up with just thinking about giving away old printers that I've been doing for years. And then it was like, hey, I can take people's old printers that are collecting dust and rebuild them on streams, and then we can just give them away to people in the community. And again, I don't publicize when I give the printers away because people's financial situations and who they are is nobody else's business. So when I find these people, see these people, talk to these people, and I know that their financial situation is like mine, which is like little to no money, but they want to get into 3D printing, I want to spread the love that's been shared with me with them. So I give them a printer, give them some filament. Polymaker sponsors the filament. We give away the filament to them, and then they go out and print some stuff. If they choose to get on social media after the fact and they want to talk about how, this guy they ran into at Walmart gave them a 3D printer and some filament, that is perfectly fine for them. But I personally am not going to go and invade their space like that. I just want to get them into printing. Whatever they do with it after the fact is theirs. So that is kind of my thing. That's what I'm doing. I know it doesn't make a lot of sense because advertising wise for businesses, it looks better for them when people can see where it's going. But again, like I said, these are people who are down on their luck, and the last thing I want to do is thrust them out there like that and say, "Look at me, look what I'm doing for this person." No, I'm just going to work on printers and give them away in the background. I'll just be giving them away to people. If people are comfortable and they want a picture, we'll do a picture. And I'll they can put it on their socials. They can tag me and Maker My Nexus in it. If they're comfortable with it, they can tag Polymaker, Micro Swiss. Those are my two sponsors that help me out with this. So, but yeah, there's a group down in the Columbus, Ohio that does a similar. They buy or they sell them for what it costs them to repair it. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I want to come to the Ohio area to the Newark area. I'm sure you know why. There's probably a laundromat there. I may have been hitting up the owners of that laundromat to ask if I could come and hang out at the laundromat for a day and maybe tell my friends that I'm going to be there and they can come out. And if they've got printers they want to bring, they can bring them. Maybe we can work on some printers. We can live stream from there. And I know Polymaker and Micro Swiss have already said that they'd love to send product that way to do a some giveaways and stuff while we're there. So I think it would be kind of cool. But sadly, you have run into him? Nice. Yeah. I've been watching his videos like everybody says. I've been watching Roman Atwood's videos for years. Watched him all the time. I just figured he's got the laundromat. It'd be a cool thing. I think a nice little crossover thing because people keep sending him 3D printed stuff. I just think it'd be kind of cool to go and hang out at the laundromat. Even if him and Brittany are out of town, I don't even care. I just want to, I think it'd be cool to have someplace to set up. And, if Polymaker was down for it, not saying they would, but if Polymaker was down for it and they sent an abundance of filament, maybe let me take up a little space in your shipping container till I can get there to get to it. And then we can, give that out to people as they come in. It'd be kind of cool, and then, like I said, we could stream from there. I bring my laptop, set up my camera, we'll stream, talk to people as they come in. If they're interested in 3D printing, we can talk about that. Maybe I have a couple printers that are ready to go, and we can find some people in that area that don't have printers that want some, and maybe we can give away some printers on stream if the people are comfortable being on stream and receiving one. If not, I go behind the camera, hand them a printer, tell them have a nice day, and let them go about their business, But if I need you can help out. You didn't text me.
I did not text you.
Okay.
You have $10.
There is more than $10 available at the moment. Yes. I have a $5 bill.
No, I need a $10 bill. Right, you should cash app me $10 so I can cash app it to Olivia for the $10 bill she just gave me so Jack can put gas in my car.
Oh, okay, because Jacqueline won't work with plastic. I know, it's weird.
Regardless.
Teenage kid that doesn't like plastic.
Cash app me $10.
Yeah, give me a second to move $10 from PayPal to Cash App because I have just over $10. Give me a second. Hang on, guys. Mama needs something. Again, Mama rules. So, I know you do, baby. I know you're sick. You want to come look at the camera and talk to everybody?
Do you see me? Does it look like I'm about to talk to anybody?
You want me to just hand you the microphone so they can hear you better?
No.
They can hear how nasally you sound?
Shut up.
Maybe I'm just saying you sound nasally. That's all I'm saying. Let's see here. That is my Cash App card. Yes. And you said...
$10. Olivia's baby to me.
Yes. Dadgummit. Hold on. I'm trying to make it an even number. Let's see. Did that work out? Will it be an even number? Yes, it will. There we go. Okay. Sending it to Cash App. Then I have to send it from Cash App to you. So give me a second to go into Cash App. It's a pain in the ass when you have all these different bank, like online bank things. You need, I can help out. Yeah, Projects in Dad's Garage. Do you have a name that I could call you other than Projects in Dad's Garage? I call you Dad, but that'd be kind of weird, don't you think? Yes, Projects in Dad's Garage. He said I came up as a recommended. Yeah, he said I came up as a recommended to him. That was pretty cool that it got recommended to him. Alex. All right, Alex. Well, good to see you. Call him Daddy. Bob says call him Daddy. All right, and pay. And finger on scanner. And there we go. Send. Done. Okay. There you go. I gotta go look at something.
What are you looking at? See all the money that you have that you're not telling me about?
No, I'm noticing that Bearded Bucket actually just sent me the $10 and I sent it to you because the $10 I sent must have went to the other account or it hasn't shown up yet. So Bearded Bucket, thank you for sending my wife $10.
Thank you.
Yes, Bearded Bucket is always sweet and like looking to help. So I just realized as I went in there, I'm like, there's $10 there, but the other 10 that I sent didn't go. It was actually 15 I was going to send you. So I'll send you the other 15 in a minute. And then you'll have some monies too.
I'm going inside. I feel like ass.
I know you do, baby. Go inside and relax. I'm
Hug.
gonna wrap this up and then I gotta go next door and help Mitchell.
I was gonna say you're not coming inside to see me, right? Because I don't want to hang out. I don't.
No,
like you
I'm gonna
very
go help
much.
Mitchell and then come hide back in the garage where I'm not
Okay.
in your way and not annoying you. Love you. You're welcome. And Bearded Bucket says you're welcome. Okay. So here, guys, look. Here is the SVO7 Dapper Dan duck. Let's see if I can get it to focus on the duck and not on my face. It's getting better. But there we go. So there's a little wiggly leg Dapper Dan duck that I just dropped. Dadgummit. What is that orange filament back on the printer? Oh, that orange filament right there, that's actually 285. It's on the Lulzbot Mini. It's an older printer from back in the good old days. But it's a 285. What is that one? It just says orange filament 285. Doesn't really have a manufacturer on it. No, it doesn't have a eSun. Sorry, it's eSun. 2.85, just orange. PLA. So, PLA Plus, no less. PLA Plus. But yeah, it is a nice one, yeah. Should be able to handle a drop. Yeah, it did, Bearded Bucket, it did. Much better DDD. Yes, this one definitely looks much better than the first one. For those who missed it, I printed a Dapper Dan on there the other day. That was the results the other day. So you can definitely see that it is much improved over the other day. Much improved over the other day. So 285 is chunky these days. Yes, it is. 175 tends to be able to print faster because it can break down quicker in the heat. Should be able to handle a drop. But yes. It is a nice orange. It's the eSun orange. It's just eSun orange PLA Plus. I'm sure you can get it at 175. So if you like it, you can probably find it on the old Amazons. I know everything's on Amazon these days. I think you can still get Polymaker on Amazon. You can buy Polymaker from Amazon or Polymaker Direct. When we do the giveaways for filament on the streams, we just get it from Polymaker Direct. The thicker filament is hard to get. Yeah, a lot of companies stop manufacturing 285 and 0.3 or 3.0, whatever you want to call it. I know it says 285 on there, but there's some filaments you'll find that it says 3.0. It's weird that when it gets that large that the variance is acceptable at that high. But when you're talking 0.11, the 175, you're talking a variance of 0.02 is what everybody's accepting. 0.3 people get a little crabby at, and 0.5 people are like, I'm not using that. Hey, if it goes through the machine, I'll use it. I don't care. However, when you get crazy variances where you're like 1.6, like 1.6, that's getting a little too thin. Libraries use the odd size. A lot of people do not steal it in your area. That makes sense. Space has a bunch. Send it. Has a bunch of lol spots. Yeah. Oh yeah, and that's the thing. Like a lot of the maker spaces that are still using that stuff, that's the big reason why is so that people aren't walking out the door with it, because most of your home machines anymore are 175. But you know, to each their own. But gang, it is now 5:45 p.m. I'm in the Central Standard Time Zone, so I'm getting ready to wrap this thing up. We've been going for almost 2.5 hours. Thank you guys for hanging out, checking out my awesome CGI skills that my team has put together here. If anybody wonders, I'm a team of one, and I wish my CGI skills were as good as I'm trying to play them off to be. But if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. That being said, thank you guys for coming and hanging out. I'm going to wrap this thing up. We'll help my neighbor mount a TV and then figure out what we're doing for dinner, because, again, food is important. Everyone needs sustenance. You guys have a great evening. My usual spiel. Stay out of trouble, stay out of jail. Happy 3D printing. All those things. Bearded Bucket, again, brother, thank you for the 10 and the 10 and everything else that you do for me, good sir. Everybody else, thank you very much. Again, I know they're not here, but Jeremy and Keela from Lee Marie 3D and Poity, none of them are here at the moment, but thank you guys for the donation last night for the DJI mini mic that will be coming whenever I got shipping confirmation tonight, so hopefully it'll be here. I'll double check and see when that is. But then we'll get better audio quality. We'll have a nice little wireless mic that'll be just this little guy that'll just stick on the shirt, and I can walk around a little better. So it'll be fun. But yeah. Yes, there are a lot of great people in this community, Reverend. A lot. Some more nefarious than others. But no, everybody in this community, like everybody that comes to my streams, comes to my chats, they're all good people, and we like to help each other out as best we can. So Projects in Dad's Garage, thanks for coming and hanging out tonight. I'm glad YouTube recommended you. Always enjoy having new people come and hang out. Tell your friends. Some idiot with a webcam streams randomly, sporadically, and works on 3D printers and gives them away. So just let your friends know. And also, not that it'll ever happen, but if anybody does have a way to annoy Roman and Brittany and maybe get me a table and chair and corner of the laundromat on January 25th of obviously this coming January, which is a Saturday, which is my 46th birthday. I think it'd be kind of cool to spend my 46th birthday giving back to the community and giving people stuff. But if not, we'll probably stream on my birthday anyway from here. So we'll either be streaming from a laundromat in Newark, Ohio, or we'll be streaming from the garage in here, working on a printer in the evening after I've spent time with my family that day, because they all want to spend time with me on my birthday. But then that evening, we'll probably be out here building a printer, hanging out with you guys. So save your shekels for that evening if you'd like, and blow up my birthday stream. I probably talk to some people between now and then and get some stuff together for giveaway stuff. Any tips for anyone who wants to learn how to 3D model? Goaty Boo. Before I leave, let me say this. I am not a 3D modeler. I print other people's models. I Tinkercad. That's the extent of my 3D modeling skills is Tinkercad. There are some amazing people out there that make YouTube content on the understanding Fusion 360 and SliceWorks and some of the other programs that are out there. Definitely go watch and consume as much content as you can. I wish I could tell you something more useful, but it's something I haven't gotten into, so it's not something I have a lot going on with, so hard to say. But there are a lot of people out there that make content. If you're not sure which software you want to start with, consume some videos, see what softwares are out there, see what you like and what you're willing to do to get into that software, and kind of go from there. But it's all going to boil down to homework, Vody. I hate to say it. There's no definitive, like, this is the one person you need to talk to. There's, you know, depending on the type of 3D modeling you want to get into, are you looking to do more like structural stuff or like, you know, action figures, things like that? So you'd be looking more Blender maybe, or something along the lines of Blender versus like Fusion 360. But Goaty, I hate to say it, I don't have a great answer, but the answer is YouTube videos, figure out which way you want to go, find the softwares that work best in that specific area of modeling that you want to get into, and then go check out the YouTubers, watch the videos, and see. Yeah, you can message Built Over Bot. He's got a lot more insight and more info into the modeling side than I ever will. So there's the Discord link for him. Click that link, go talk to him. He will definitely help you out. And on that note, guys, love you all. Stay out of trouble, stay out of jail, happy 3D printing, all those things. I'm out for the night. Just ring the bell and hopefully YouTube will notify you next time I go live. Otherwise, Linktree links down there. Click on those, and I usually try to post on other platforms when I'm going live. So try and spread the love so you guys know. Hopefully you can find me somewhere. So, but all right, guys, have a good evening. Talk to you guys all later. I am going to help my neighbor now. Bye, guys.